So I've been building this city for over a year now, and I absolutely love it when the time comes to make a fun build. Something that's not just a house or an apartment or a big skyscraper, something a bit more fun. And that's what I'm going to show you around today. I have built a theatre in my Minecraft city. Hi everyone, I'm 64 Lava, and as you can see behind me through all these trees, there is a really nice theatre. Now, I am going to set the time to night or early evening, because that is where this city looks the best. And if you just notice, those lights actually just turned on automatically in this little park. As you can see, apart from this really nice park with these custom trees, there is not much in this area, which is why I'm super happy to announce that my theatre is finished. Now, the outside of it looks pretty like standard. If I was going through London and I was going to look at like musicals and stuff that's on, all the nice theatres kind of look like this. I don't know why, but this like crimson purpley colour really reminds me of theatres. The side of the theatre is pretty bare, but it doesn't matter because there are going to be buildings that go right up to the edge of it that are facing this street here. So it is going to be backed on by a bunch more buildings, but this side at the back won't have anything backed onto it. And I think this looks really cool by my little custom beach here. I've got a roof which is like a weird, intricate, symmetrical design. I didn't really know what I was doing when I made this roof, but my random patterns on the roof look even better on an actual Minecraft map. These little zigzags here, you can properly see the symmetry on a Minecraft map. And if the roof was just sandstone, it would just look like sand, just like my island here. But no, it looks like something special, not an apartment block, not a skyscraper. It looks like something unique. And that is why we are going to go inside, because of course this wouldn't be one of my builds without an interior. So through the entrance here, you can see that the roof is slanting down, and that is actually because behind the roof are the seats for, I think, maybe the upper tier, or it might be the lower tier actually of the theatre. Now, if I walk down these stairs here, I actually get access to the bar. So every theatre has got to have some sort of bar, an area with toilets, somewhere you can wait, somewhere where in the interval you can get a drink, and I actually serve my local ales and wines that I have in my city. And if I just try, I don't know why it won't let me drink one. Apparently you can't drink in third person mode, but that's something I've just learned today. I'm not sure what this is actually giving me. It's given me, oh, it gave me nausea for a bit, but now I've just got luck and a health boost. That's okay, but I'm gonna need to drink milk. So yeah, it's nice and dark down here because in a theatre, you don't really have like a light clinical looking space. You normally have quite a dark and atmospheric atmosphere, and I'm absolutely in love with how I've written bar on here. I just think the way I've got the pixels missing here and here for the A and the R and for the B as well makes it look like a really nice old font, almost like it's painted on the roof. Now, if you have been to see a play and you didn't go to the toilet in the interval, then I don't know if you're human. Everyone that's gone to see a play has gone to the toilet in the interval, so I had to make sure that I had loads of sinks that I have loads of toilets. I've even got like a bigger one here with like a baby changing unit. Now, baby changing unit is so easy to do. It's just these trapdoors, and then I've got baby wipes, which is just paper in a barrel. But you can fully tell that it's a baby changing unit, even though it's just trapdoors and a barrel above. And of course the toilet here with like the little rail handle here. I've basically just, I don't know why I'm spending so long showing you toilets, but if you are building something like a theatre or, you know, something big and cool that you can go inside in general, why not build toilets? They are so easy to build, and they make your build even bigger and interactive. If you watch my videos, you're probably getting bored of me saying all that about toilets, because I do build them in like every build, and I can't stress how toilets make people go, oh wow, this building really is detailed, because you've even got toilets. So it's worth it just for that reason alone. Through another door in the bar, I've got private, a green room, cast and staff entrance to the space under the stairs. Now in here, there's like a little painting, there's some drinks, there is like a little chair for people to wait before they go in here, and I don't really want to show that from this angle, because if I go directly underneath the big stairs down to the bar, I have the main entrance for it, the space under the stairs, which is a community theatre and event space for the people of Lava Falls. Now, this isn't the big theatre interior I'm going to show you in a minute. This is just another little theatre, a temporary theatre, as you can see by the fact that it's kind of built on scaffolding, where you would have like a community performance. Maybe you've got a local college or a school that want like a space to put on a play. You can still see a lot of people in here. If I go up to the top here, I am one of, that's one flaw in my design. I am one of many people that could fit in this area. So this little theatre is such a nice addition to have. I just had the space for it underground, so I thought why not, and it only took a few minutes. Now that is just the bar, the toilets and the little community theatre. The real big theatre is through here. Now I can have a look through the upper tier view or the lower tier view. I think it is best that we take a look through the upper tier. Now if I walk up the stairs here, and again up here, we are on the west side of the upper tier, and this is the inside of my big theatre. It's quite dark in here, so I will put on a night vision potion in a minute to like show you exactly how everything looks. But I kind of like how dark it is. Imagine that a play is just about to start. These are the kind of lighting conditions that you'd want. So if I'm sat at the front of the upper tier, my view is absolutely fantastic of this like cool stage. I've just got red wool here to represent the curtains opening, so it looks like they're held back. And this roof is just a crazy pattern of smooth sandstone stairs and smooth sandstone slabs and just blocks as well. I did this very randomly. It's just meant to be symmetrical. Whatever I did on that side, I did on this side. And from my experience of going to theatres in the UK, they always seem to have a really fancy roof with a chandelier. So that is what I've done here. Just a bunch of candles on this homemade chandelier, and I think it looks pretty nice. So in the lower tier, it's kind of the same thing with like a little box in the back where people would control the lights, but it's the same thing. So I've used stairs for seats, and then my floor is just the stripped crimson here as well. So if I put a night vision potion on, I can show you really clearly what the theatre looks like. And my advice, if you are building a theatre, is to build the seats first. By building the seats first, you know how big your stage needs to be, and you also know how big the actual building needs to be, so that you can sit over here and still see the stage. Because as you can see, I didn't do that. and if I sit here, I don't see all of the stage. If you build your seats first and build the stage first without building the actual building around it, you can fully see if your theatre actually works, and you can make one better than mine, because I made that mistake and there's no going back. I'd already done way too much work. Alright, so I am done with night vision mode because I prefer it way more when it looks like this. Before I do show you backstage, I've just remembered that when we go up here, there is another little corridor here, and there is on both sides, and these are the private boxes. So there is like an upper box and a lower box, box A, box D, so I think A is the upper tier one. And we go in here, there's a little place to make drinks, there is a little sofa, a little spyglass on an invisible item frame, because normally you have like binoculars and things like that to see further. And yeah, this is just a private box that someone would pay to get their own view and their own little sofa to watch. This side is like no other side of my theatre. And as you can see by the sign, backstage entrance, cast and crew only. And through that glass here, there is a green room and a little office space. So if I walk through here, I've got a backstage reception, and this is just to make sure that members of the public don't walk in. There's a little desk there, and if someone random walked in, they'd go, "Oi, what are you doing? This is cast and crew only." Now, upstairs, I have the offices, the green room, and also a secret entrance to the upper tier as well. So this is like the office for the theatre with computers. I'm guessing this is where the marketing team would work, where the people that sell the tickets would work too, and also the office of the manager and the people that run the day-to-day business of the theatre. And on the top room here, I've got a green room. It wouldn't be a theatre without a green room. This is where your cast and crew hang out, mainly your cast. I've got some wine as well, which is probably not right. You probably shouldn't be drunk if you're going to act in a play. But these are all little details that I think are good to add if you build a theatre. I've even got a little toilet for the green room here so that actors don't have to mingle with guests. They can keep it private, they can keep in costume without spoiling anything. And I do have a little secret entrance here to the upper tier as well. So there we go. There's all sorts you can do when you build your theatre. It doesn't just have to be a bunch of stairs representing seats and a stage. You can do all the backstage things. You can do lots of things. Oh, by the way, behind the actual stage itself, I have a 1 block wide area where you can walk, and this is so that cast and crew can get to the other side without walking across and showing the guests what they look like. So if someone needs to come on from this way, they can walk behind rather than having to walk through through here in the middle of the play. You've got to love this view. I can't wait to do an actual event or something in the future. Maybe I invite you guys on a version of the world or something like that, and we start it in here and I can start speaking and there will be all of you like sat here. That would be awesome. If I stand by the stage and look up, I can see the lighting rig that is, well, lighting everything up. And I actually have a ladder here that allows me to access the lighting rig. So in here I've got like a little room where all the lights are stored. You've got like all the spare lamps, and if I go through here and through this little corridor, I get like a little private access to these lights. Say if you're putting on a new play, say one play has just finished and now you're about to put on the next play a few months later, a completely different performance, you're going to want different lights, different colours, different types for different scenes, and I think this is kind of realistic. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, share this to any of your friends that you think would want to build a theatre in their Minecraft world. We all love building a Minecraft base, but once you're bored of building bases, my YouTube channel is absolutely full of things you can build in the game. I've been building all sorts of realistic stuff for a long time, so check me out if you haven't already. And before you go, I actually appeared on a friend of mine's video. His name is Tricky Badger, and I showed him around my server for the video. My server is about 5 years old, and he looks at some random buildings that I probably would have never shown in my videos, so it's quite funny when I watch that back. If you want to watch it, I will leave a link in the description for you. It's quite funny. He pranks me a bit, I have to admit. He probably pranks me a bit too much. It's kind of embarrassing, but yeah, enjoy that video, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.